Going on with that, we'll bring in our guy, Deputy Athletics Director Torrey Ball. He is with the basketball team somewhere down in New York as we bring Torrey. Where are you, Torrey? At practice? What's going on? What's the team up to right now?
Man, you know what's crazy? We were practicing at Nike headquarters in New York City. You actually caught me on the Brooklyn Bridge in traffic. So fun times.
There we go. So he's literally on the Brooklyn Bridge. We like that. I've seen, they've practiced before on various trips there at the Nike headquarters. That's always a cool scene from the practice courts down there.
You know what? It's a really cool venue. It's right in the heart, of the city, and just to have that city feel with a basketball court just smack dab in the middle is really cool. Yeah. Shout out to Nike because they did a really good job with that venue.
Yeah, like you're up a few floors, right? Like you can look out the windows and see some stuff, right?
Right, you're on the second floor, and you're shooting a jump shot from the second floor, and right outside of the building, you got people going to work and the hustle and bustle of New York City right there.
Really cool, really cool. So you're down there in New York. You'll be at Barclays the next couple nights for hoops, taking on Texas tomorrow night, and then we'll see who it is, Texas Tech or St. Joe's on Friday. What's the vibe you're getting down there? When Syracuse heads down to the city, obviously a lot of Cuse fans in that area generally descend on these games.
You know what? It's always good energy when we come to New York. We have a lot of fans here. We have a lot of people that are rooting us on, and we are the premier team in New York. So I feel like even if you're not a fan of Syracuse, if you're in New York City, you will definitely follow the team. And so us being down here is kind of like a homecoming.
Yeah, I mean, we're certainly all those years in the Garden with the Big East tournament. Now, I'd say more years than not, the Orange will get a game or two down at Barclays or MSG, and it'll be back at Barclays right in about a month from now as well for that Maryland game. So lots coming up down in New York City here. And then quick turnaround for you, Torrey, getting back late night, early in the morning, and then ready to roll for the UConn football game on Saturday. Right? Well, what should be another fun day at the Dome?
Yeah, so the work doesn't stop here, man. We get down to New York City. We hopefully get a couple of the wins here, and then I'm back in Syracuse early Saturday morning for us to try to knock off UConn, get to an 8-win team, hopefully a 9-win team after next week's Miami game. It's exciting.
Let's kind of go through the order of operations of what's going on Saturday. So this will be open for the first time on Saturday. This Myron Victory Court, the new building people have seen being constructed, kind of connecting the side of the Dome to the gyms next to it. What's available there? What can fans expect if they check that out pregame?
Yeah, so as soon as fans come off the quad, watch the quad walk, watch the team come in, I implore you to go check out Myron Victory Court. Myron Victory Court is going to be the first ever place for a social gathering in the Dome. Our concourses are tight. They've been that way for forever. We're celebrating 44 years inside of the Dome. And, it was obviously designed almost 50 years ago. New stadiums have open concourses. They have, that lounge type, that bar type feel. Mm-hmm. You can see the game. You can choose to watch the game, choose not to watch the game. So what we have an opportunity to do with Myron Victory Court with this addition is to provide a social space for our fan base. Now, off of the concourse, you're still in the game, but you're not inside of the stadium, and it's exciting because it's gonna feel like a lounge inside of the football stadium.
And and if it's a little chilly out on the quad, not a bad reason to go inside a little bit early before the game. And then this week, right, especially when Senior Day is coming up before kickoff here. What do you make of Fran Brown Senior Day 1 and everything we should expect with this?
You know what? Everybody should be in their seats for pregame. So, this group of seniors in this new transfer portal age, there's a lot of new faces, but a lot of new faces that have made a big impact. And there's some old faces that, we want to honor Fidel Diggs, but then you look at the people who have been here for a while, LaQuint Allen, who's done so many amazing things for this program, and we want to honor them and send them out the right way with a lot of fans in the stands, a lot of fans cheering them on to victory against UConn.
All right, so that starts 25 minutes before the game. You had a senior day back in the day, Torrey. Take us through moments like that. What do you remember from that, and handling the emotions of things like that before you got to go out and play?
You know what? It's always special. Like, I remember my senior day. I'm from Georgia, and my family didn't get to come, so it was a bittersweet time. But what I do remember is, like, the fans being there, the environment, the opportunity to get another win. And as a senior, it goes through your mind like, hey, this might be the last time that I ever play this sport on this high of a level. So there is some emotion that goes into it. But I think it's more excitement than sorrow. And I think as a team where we are, trying to get to 8, hopefully 9 wins this season, I think it excites us. I think it's going to excite these seniors to come out and show what they have against UConn.
Yeah, I was talking to Kyle McCord the other day, who'll be part of this before the game, Torrey, and he's like, it's interesting also, right, because there's another Dome game after it. I know Fran wanted to do it today, like he didn't want people to miss it with Thanksgiving travel and stuff like that. That's got to be kind of weird too, to do all that and be like, all right, now we got play today, and then we got another one here next week.
You know what? It's even crazier because you think, when we don't take it this way because we can't. It's a week by week game, but you play UConn and you get your senior day out of the way, and then okay, now it's time to step up. We got to see Miami that very next week, another ACC game. And so it is kind of crazy, but I love the way that Fran is doing this because, I think about my family who would potentially be coming up from Georgia. I know I would have had less people coming up if, they would have had to fly up during the Thanksgiving break. And, flights are inflated during Thanksgiving anyway.
Mm-hmm. Maybe get a little discount going up the week before or something up here. So that'll be good to do that. And then, I'll focus on the big game for Miami 10 days from now. And then, we get to halftime, and God love him. We all love Coach Mack. He'll be going into the Ring of Honor at halftime. Torrey, you would have met him back in the day, when you were a player. He was still around the team a lot back then. What do you think this means for his family here this weekend and what Orange fans get to see on Saturday at halftime?
You know what? This thing is special. Even before I was here, I played under Coach Marone, and Coach Marone used to talk about the guy. And I actually had the honor of playing with Mackie McPherson, his grandson. And so we always heard about the mystique of Coach Mack and all of the ways in which he coached teams to victory, and some of the teams that he brought together to be as great as they are. And so it's special to think about, man, we are honoring a guy who has done so much for not only Syracuse but the community. We're also doing a canned food drive, and it's all about what Coach Mack stood for. He was that kind of person. He wasn't just a person that cared about the X's and O's on the field. He cared about so much about the community and how his community how he and his platform could help his community.
And it ties back in many ways to today, right? With Fran Brown, it feels like Fran, albeit in a modern way. It's almost 40 years later here, emphasizes a lot of the same things that Mac did.
Exactly. It's almost surreal to think about, But this is the other thing, though. It's who Syracuse needs, right? Like I feel like I came back to help Syracuse, to help the community, to be a part of the success. And I feel like that's what works with our community. Our community is all about giving back. Our community is all about, helping the next person. We're but so big, but we're mighty when it comes to our community and how we can help. And the Coach Mack, Fran Brown, Adrian, Felicia, we're all about that. And I love that's why I love being a part of this community. That's why I love being a part of Syracuse Athletics.
Yeah, Felicia will get you Jack and crew. They got a game tonight. You're down with the Red. They got games tomorrow and Friday, and we'll get Fran out there on Saturday and the Saturday after for Miami. We got Torrey Ball with us. He is Deputy Athletics Director for Syracuse. We've talked to you a lot here in the lead up to this season, Torrey, about everything that went on with tickets. Now
Right.
home drive here. Now you can get tickets for this UConn game. There's a few left for Miami. How are we looking here for the next 2 weeks?
You know what? I think we're looking really, really good. We've done some exciting things. We talk about community. We did an offer out to all of our youth in the community. We did a superintendent's offer. We sent all of the superintendents in our surrounding areas within a 60-mile radius of Syracuse offers for their kids to come to the game, and that's done tremendously well. We are still pushing for UConn to get a few more tickets out. You know, with students not being in town for this weekend's game, it's going to be a little bit tough to fill those student sections. So we're actually going to sell some of those seats, and we're excited about that because now we get some people in the Dome who've never got to experience the Dome, and we're going to put them in seats that, you know, the students normally occupy, so they'll never get to see that. Super excited about that. Super excited about, you know, the community involvement and getting some new fans in the building. But as far as where we are with UConn and Miami, I think UConn is going to be a packed out game. Being a 12 o'clock game it's always a little bit harder in the Dome to get people in early enough. But I think with Senior Day happening, it'll be really good. As far as Miami, I think Miami is going to be a good 3:30 game. I think people will be really, really excited about Miami. And Miami so far has been the largest sold game in November for us since Florida State in 2016. So it's like tickets are selling, and people are excited to check out not only what Miami has, but how we are going to compete against Miami.
Yeah, and legit has a chance to be on top of a well-attended game, a big-time football game in the Dome coming up in 10 days. And I saw this as well, Torrey, before we let you go, that this is as early as I remember seeing it, certainly in a while. I think I saw this 2 or 3 weeks ago, that you can already begin renewing your tickets for next year. Obviously, people excited about the start here of Fran Brown.
You know what? I think our team got together and said, hey, let's capitalize on the excitement of Fran. Let's capitalize on the excitement of the season. And let's get season tickets on sale. And so, yes, we went on sale in early October or mid October, and we're seeing good traction. People are excited about Fran, excited about the trajectory of the program, and so they're opting in and saying, hey, we want to come back. We want to be season ticket holders. We're also starting this new program for auto renewal. So, like, instead, it's kind of like a Netflix model. You set it and forget it. You get on a payment plan and say, hey, I want my season tickets, and every year you'll be put on this payment plan, and you know you set it and you forget it, and the tickets will automatically be on your account year over year. So we're excited about it, and we've seen a huge number of people opt in to doing an auto renewal program. We're even giving an incentive for people who are doing the auto renewal program. If you do it before, I want to say it's December 1st, you join the auto renewal program by December 1st, we're going to throw in 2 Georgetown tickets for the men's basketball game here on December 14th.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that. Getting 2 free tickets to see the Hoyas coming up in a few weeks. All right. Lastly, Torrey, before we let you go, anything else going on? Anything else going on out there that our listeners need to know about right now?
Man, I just want people to know we have an exciting slate of games for men's and women's basketball coming up here, but we still aren't finished with football. This is the most exciting time of the year for everybody in our organization, at least. You have that crossover period where you still have some high-power football games going on, but you're starting to get that feel of like, hey, basketball is really here. So if you want to check out the new look Dome and the basketball setup, we'd love to have you. And then, of course, these last 2 games this weekend, Senior Day next weekend versus Miami, come out and show your support.
All right, Torrey, great to chat as always. Enjoy the city and the hoops the next couple nights, and should be a fun weekend around here, but thanks a lot.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Well, there he is, our guy, Torrey Ball. Syracuse. That's the word I was trying to say. I think I know how to say Syracuse. Deputy Athletic Director. With that, we'll take a break here. This hour brought to you by William Battar. Lots to get to.